Welcome to UGRES 2021. My name is Patrick Amara. We continue to bring you young people. You know why? Because Uganda is such a youthful country. More than 70% of our population are 30 and below. And so this country is in the hands of young men and women. And they are not sitting, by the way, so they have come up to offer leadership in different platforms or positions of leadership in our country. So today on UGRES 2021, I have Namayengo Lydia Njuba. She's vying for the position of woman MP for Mukono district. Lydia, welcome to UGRES 2021.
Thank you, Patrick.
The last time we met, you were into civil society.
Yes, Patrick.
And now you wanted to get into politics.
Yes, Patrick.
Why?
Because I realized that there are some of the decisions that we need to change as a country. There are some policies and laws that we need to change as a country that you cannot be able to change directly while in civil society, but you can change directly while in parliament. Because parliament is actually the legal making body. It's actually in charge of making laws. It's in charge of actually directing policies and all these kinds of things. So I realized that even when we have been conducting very many campaigns to either abolish youth MPs, to either reduce on the number of members of parliament, to either reduce on the kind of salaries people are getting, to either push for any other changes in the districts, to either push for budget making, every other thing actually is centered around parliament. So you realize
the rough and tumble of a parliamentary campaign requires such a huge financial war chest. I'm wondering what you're going to do, and I'm not really trying to belittle the kind of money that you have, but really sometimes people have put in $1 billion Uganda shillings to be able to get elected. Do you have that kind of war chest?
I do not have that kind of money as a young woman, and I do believe that even Mary and many other young women do not have that kind of money. But what we have is the people. We have the power of the people. We have the support of the people. We want to use people as our main capital. I want to specialize more on social capital more than economic capital. So you realize that I will not be able to say that actually I have $1 billion shillings. I know some people are actually even willing to put in 3 billion shillings into this election. But I'm telling you, Patrick, I've been running this campaign since the beginning of this year, and I've not been able to have $1 billion shillings available for me, or maybe even 100 million shillings available with me. But we are moving because people are supporting us. We move and talk to the people, and they will come our message. There are so many Ugandans out there who have been lied to into commercialization of politics, but there are still so many majority of Ugandans who actually know that politics is not just about the money, but it should also be about the idea.
I can see you're wearing a red beret, which means you are in NUP, or which you commonly know as People Power. But I wonder where you are grounded in, what kind of values, ideologies that you are, in which you are grounded. Where?
Thank you so much, Patrick, and every other Ugandan who is actually watching us. I do believe that People Power and National Unity Platform has values. The values that we believe in democracy, we believe in the rule of law, we believe in advocating for good governance, and we also believe in advocating for human rights observation. What is in our ideology? In our ideology, we majorly have 4 things. First of all, is to be the voice that speaks for the minority. The people that have been suppressed by the 35-year rule or regime in power. The people that have been arrested illegally. The people that have been beaten up, that have been closed their shops and are not working. The people that have always been suppressed and intimidated and threatened by the regime. We want to be the voice that speaks for the marginalized people and groups of young people and women, men in this country. And then secondly, we want to be able to fight for the human rights of the Ugandans. Many Ugandans have been actually culprits of land grabbing. Many other Ugandans have been culprits of death. Many Ugandans have been culprits of fighting for their freedom, and then they have been arrested without any charges committed against them. Many Ugandans have been denied the right to work. Fighting for the human rights of the people. Being the voice that speaks for the minority people who have been suppressed. Lobbying for service delivery. Not just service delivery in the word of the service delivery, but real service delivery that reaches out to the ground, to the people. And also having balanced and inclusive economic development and financial inclusion. And some of the things in our ideology that we believe in as People Power.
Mukono district.
Yes.
Is a district that seems to be like a Democratic Party stronghold.
Yeah.
You know, like their firewall. I wonder how you're going to penetrate that as a People Power person or NUP. It's a DP stronghold.
First of all, I'm a member of the Democratic Party. I am actually part of the team, the leadership of the Democratic Party in the Mukono municipality. So I have been a member of the Democratic Party. Although right now we have already moved and shifted from Democratic Party because currently Democratic Party still has so many issues to sort out. So we cannot sit down and wait for first sorting out the issues in the Democratic Party while the Electoral Commission roadmap is actually moving. So
yeah,
in
but you
other
could have
words,
moved, but moved as an individual and left the party there and its people.
I first moved as an individual, but right now we have already moved as a branch.
What shows?
Mukono municipality as a branch of Democratic Party, we have already moved towards National Unity Platform. And all the councillors and all the members last week, we were in Kamocha, the Secretariat, and we received our cards officially from the President, from the Principal of the National Unity Platform. And even now, just last week, I still had a meeting with Mukono South DP, and they're also going to move as a branch. Mukono North is also in the way, so the entire Mukono DP is actually moving as branches, not even as individuals.
How do you
to go
move
as
away?
National Unity Platform?
Lydia, how do you move away from a party of truth and justice, Uganda's oldest party, that stands for truth and justice? Why don't you stay and build it?
We have built this party for 50 years. We have been building this party for 60 years almost. And we have been there for this party standing for truth and justice. But wherever there is issues into the leadership of the party that you cannot be able to sort out, especially leaders who are not willing to listen to other people who are also stakeholders in the same party, you cannot waste time, especially if you only have 6 months.
But these leaders are not imposing themselves. These leaders are elected by you.
Some of them are not elected by us.
What do you mean?
It happens. Let me tell you,
DP,
Patrick,
democracy rules.
the issue of internal political party democracy. We talk about political party democracy. We talk about democracy in Uganda in general. But there is also still lack of intimate internal political party democracy within some political parties. And we cannot deny that fact. So I will tell you that how are we going to maneuver into the DP structures? The DP structures are aware of me. The DP structure actually know that I'm their candidate, and they have also vowed to be able to support me. Whether there is a DP candidate or not, I will still have already 80% of most of the DP structures in Mukono district are already on my side. They're supporting
So is
me.
Lydia now walking on the streets of Mukono with the swag that you will win?
I will win this election. I will win this election.
Tell the
because
people.
Majority of the young...
I want you to tell the people of Mukono what you want to do for them.
The people of Mukono district, especially the women, and more especially the young women. My name is Lydia Namayengo Njuba, and I'm an aspirant for Women MP Mukono district. I have come to offer leadership to the people of Mukono. I want to become a voice for the people of Mukono. I want to become a voice for the suppressed, for the intimidated, for the threatened people. I also want to fight for the rights of the people of Mukono district. I also want to be a person who is going to lobby for service delivery, to not only have services within the local government, but also services from parliament, and also services from the whole country. I want to be able to actually ensure that I lobby for the women. Women have always been left behind. Young women have always been suppressed by either the older politicians or even the younger politicians as well, or even their husbands and men. We want to combine together and lift up the voices of the women, the voices of the men, the voices of the adults, the voices of the people with disabilities, and fight and bring back the glory that Mukono district has been having. We want to fight against land grabbers and all these kinds of things to ensure that we not only speak for the people who have been marginalized, we not only fight for their rights, but also lobby for service delivery to the people of Mukono district. Okay. We know we have over 610 villages in Mukono district, and I will tell you, we are going to have a sure win under the People Power movement, not only for Namayengo Lydia Njuba as a member of parliament, but also for Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu as their president of Uganda.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds to make a pitch in Luganda for the people of Mukono, lady.
Abantu be Mukono ne bana Uganda banda bayera bampizo olunaku olwaleero. Erinnya lyange nze mukyala Namayengo Lydia Njuba. Era nga nesooddeyo okwesimbawo ng'omubaka omukyala akulembera district y'e Mukono. Nze nga mukyala Namayengo Lydia Njuba nzize okwesimbawo era nga nsaba buwagizi bw'omu okunnonda. Kubanga njagala okubeera eddoboozi erigenda okulwanira ensonga zammwe ezimanyigiriza. Kubanga njagala okubanga nnwanira eddembe lyammwe eribaluma ng'abantu. Kubanga njagala okubanga balobingira services okutuuka eri abantu. Kubanga ekyamazima eggwanga laffe Uganda ggwanga gagga nnyo era lirina ensimbi ezitumala ffenna. Naye ekintu kyokka ky'obukulembeze oba ntulonda obukulembeze obuwanika obuwanisa emikono butafaayo kulaba ng'ensonga z'Abannayuganda ezibaluma ng'amalwaliro, ng'amasomero, ng'emirimu, ng'ebyobwavu, ng'ebyobukulembeze, ng'ebyemirimu okuba nti biteeka mu mbali yaffe y'eggwanga erya Uganda. Basebo ne banyabo bwe munabanga munnonze ngenda kubeera omukulembeze oyo agenda okulobinga essente zonna eziva mu gavumenti ezisinga obungi zireme kugenda mu State House oba wantu walala obula zigende mu services okuba nga zituuka eri abantu. Ekisembayo njagala okubasaba obukulembeze era obuweereza kubanga twagala okulaba ng'ebyenfuna bibalansigibwa mu bantu baffe abantu b'e Mukono okuba nti abavubuka basobola okuba nteeka ebibiina by'emikono okuba nga basobola okuba nga banyigirizibwa okuba nga basobola okuba nga batrainingibwa okufuna services ez'ebyemikono oba amatendekero ag'ebyemikono okuba nga bitandikirawo emirimu egyabwe. Basebo ne banyabo mbadde mukulembeze mu Bwakabaka bwa Buganda era nga nkulembera ku kikulu olukulu lwa Buganda. Mbadde mukyala mukazi gye nga nkulemberanga n'abavubuka St. Paul Parish. Ndi mukyala mulwanirizi w'edde baddako n'ebitongole ebyenjawulo ebirwanira eddembe. Ate era nga ndi mukyala abadde omusomesa ku university nga nsomesa bya ssemateeka by'eddembe by'obuntu era obukulembeze bw'ensaba mbutegeera. Manyi nti njagala nesiga okubeera mu parliament si kugenda kuwanika mukono ng'abalala oba kugenda kukola sente okubeera mu parliament kuteesa kukola mateeka kubagawo nkola n'amabuga gategenagambizaako kulembera gwanga laffe Uganda era bwe munabanga munnesize ngenda kuba omulamu agenda okubaweerezanga okubanga ntambulira ku nsonga zammwe era tegenda kubatiriranga era agenda okulwanira eddembe zammwe yanzanye batusabo ne banja bonna yanzeege.
Okay, there you have had her. Lydia Namayengo Njuba. I should say a woman of courage, woman of valor, woman of substance, coming to you to ask for the mandate to lead. I'm sure Lydia will be coming to a village near you or even a home near you, maybe knocking on your door. Listen to her the more so that you can take a decision from an informed point. That's it from UG's Race 2021.